Greetings, Keechlings. Keech Prime here with my live reaction of My Hero Academia, Chapter 323. Okay, last chapter, Deku has finally been broke through. You know, his friends and classmates have, confessed everything, to him. Not in a love way, but, a deep kinship and everything. And they're like, we want you back. It's like, there's no point in you doing what you're doing, especially not alone. It's like, we're here to help. We're heroes too, And it's like, and plus the goddamn school's become a freaking fortress. So it's like, where are you going to not be safe? Technically nowhere, but this is your best shot, man. Though the people who are residing in there, because it is an evacuation shelter, not so willing to have him there, so that's going to take some adjustment. But let's see where this chapter takes us, shall we? Shortly before catching up to Deku. Okay, so this is a little bit of a prequel bit. Although I comprehend the effectiveness of the UA barrier, we should also try to be understanding of Midoriya's feelings. Bringing him back safely should be enough to convince the civilians. Excuse me. Those seeking shelter within the barrier will also feel safer that way. That's why we came to deliberate about who should be the one to go. The chapter's title is One Step. I understand that, but we cannot let our actions be swayed by our emotions. Midoriya-kun is currently the most valuable asset for the heroes. Excuse me, my good lord, my cough is bad today. Given the current circumstances, it is still too risky to shelter him here. UA boasts the greatest defensive technology in the whole nation. Its security is comparable to the defensive capabilities of Tartarus. Really now? That's something. But Tartarus was easily destroyed by Shigaraki. I mean, Momo has a point there. UA was also broken into last year. We even witnessed the terror of Shigaraki firsthand. That's why I decided to upgrade UA's security systems with my own modifications. You can do that? It was a mighty effort. So, Nezu has been busy. In conclusion, if there was a raid to happen right now, there would be absolutely no way that the students and civilians sheltered here would fall to the villains' clutches. I will not allow any invasions to occur. The UA barrier is more than a simple armored fortress. UA can now move. Oh my god, we have freaking Metroplex now, do we? Metroplex, for those non-Transformer fans, he was literally like a city that transformed into a giant robot. That's him. He was an Autobot. Though one of the weirder ones because he was a fucking city. But then again, he fought a dinosaur that also turned into a city, if I remember right or something. He turned into something. They were big. What was his name? Try something. The campus grounds have been split into smaller areas, each of them being driven by a motorized mechanism. In the event, OFA and of an incident. Okay, I thought it was OFA incident. All the areas will be moved underground, amping up their defensive capabilities. Chugga chugga. So those are the engines. On top of that, the shelter moves on superconducting linear accelerators, so that each area can take a different route as deemed appropriate. That's straight out of a mecha anime. It kind of is. However, if those systems themselves were to be destroyed, then there wouldn't be much we could do. That's why the oh god, I can't even read the word. Underground is reinforced with 3,000 steel plates. If there are any interference detected within those plates, the defense system will immediately activate. In addition to that, the plates are all independently motorized, meaning they will at least delay the attackers. Okay. During that time, the shelter will decide on a safe route to move to from underground. Interesting. Following the the identity swap incident, yeah, talking about when Toga became Kami, we worked in tandem with Shiketsu High to reinforce their school to almost the same level as UA. It is almost impossible to relocate multiple heroes via connected route, or almost possible, not impossible, via connected routes to either school. Cool. Shiketsu, how far is that? UA in the east, Shiketsu in the west. They did say that. So east meets west now. All the countermeasures appear to have been put in place to stop Shigaraki's decay from propagating further. But around the time of the cultural festival, surely there was no way to know about that. There was absolutely no evidence back then. It was purely my intuition. How smart are you, rat man? That's why I'm paying for it all. Didn't this cost more than 1 billion yen, which is like $100 million or something? Or just, yeah, that'd be like 100 million. The principal has made an incredible contribution to the education and development of Quark, so much so that he is recognized worldwide. Even now, he's doing his utmost for us. Still doesn't explain the goddamn amount of money. Wow. Lack of understanding, lack of empathy. We are only one step away from both. However, people are unable to take the steps to escape our fate. People. He says people. He is an animal. If we move together, work together, that one step can lead to a path forward despite the pain. But above all, I believe that there is more than enough reason for Deku-kun to belong here. Please do your best to reach him. Okay, so they're all taking that to heart. Don't let that boy in here. Shigaraki's going to come right after. Didn't UA promise us that they would protect us and keep us safe? Don't come in here. Get out. Uraraka is going to beat the shit out of some people. What is AFO anyway? A type of Nomu? Izuku, there's his mom. I told you it was dangerous. Why is creepy copy boy with Eerie? I don't like that. Oh look, there's the kid from the forest training arc. How scary. What was his name? Keto, something like that? Why can't I remember names? Get lost. Do you think you can get away by covering it up again? We can't do anything. Okay, and the news reports and everything. There are some who were convinced, but by now there isn't a shred of belief in them. Everyone, calm down. It must be difficult, or it must be a difficult thing to process, especially coming from a teacher, but it was my proposal. Okay, so President Mike was trying to do stuff, but like the number 3 hero is stepping up. Genus? Best Genus? We came here because we trusted your words. Yeah, like the principal explained, the UA, good lord, this translation, is currently the safest place you can be. Your lives are our utmost priority. To take the first initiative, we came up with a plan to use Izuku Midoriya as bait to figure out where the villains were located. However, we were only able to capture a few due to the Excuse me. Due to the insufficient amount of investigators. Although Izuku Midoriya is the villain's target, he is also the hero's greatest asset. If he had stayed out in the field all alone, he would have surely died by now. We understand that it may not be the best option, but we don't have a choice. Knowing that, we don't feel comfortable under anxiety-provoking circumstances. Please, allow him to rest here where he will be safe, so that he can be prepared to fight. He needs to be in the best condition to fight for us. Japan is currently lawless. It's because you guys failed as heroes. Okay, so we got some very cynical people coming. And because you failed again, we're telling you to accept the burden of all of it. That's utter crap. Deku's like, he's feeling his fourth quirk. Danger sense is just going off. Are you guys even heroes? This is no good. Their anxiety is spreading. Oh, come on. All we are asking is all port Inko. Spreading and exploding. And Uraraka's doing something to sleep at night knowing we're safe. Or a gravity? Or Choco? So there's her parents. She's jumped up all the way to the school building. She's got the megaphone. Izuku Midoriya has a special power. She didn't even call him Deku. That's exactly why a guy like him can't come back here just because he's tired. No. He left UA because he didn't want to put any of us in danger. We were the ones who brought him back. Uraraka? His power is special. It's a power made to defeat AFO. That's the reason he's targeted. That's why he had to leave. Have you looked at him? Have you seen the state he is in now? Just because he left to protect us. I mean, he's the shell of his former self, to be honest. And Anko's like, my boy! This one dude's like, eh? He wants to do something to change our situation the most out of anybody. He kept moving for others despite knowing that he could be attacked at any moment. Excuse me. She's given all the passion. Oh, look, it's the fox giant. She's like, that boy that saved me. Even though he might have a special power, he isn't a special person. Even with a security system like ours in place, they're still restless. This is coming from Bakugo. If you can't wipe something, leave it to us to wipe it for you. Taking the first step is always hard. So the teachers are there. But I know that taking a step at a time like this will lead to the birth of a true hero, one that will surpass All Might, overcome the adversity. Okay, so her words might resonate with the people, but we will have to see their true reaction now that she is completely done with her speech. I love that she is sticking up for Deku, but also she's like, he has a special power, but he is not special. So I wonder how that's going to affect their relationship now, but I guess she's saying that, like, he is, you know, as equal as the rest of us. He has power that we don't have, but that doesn't make him any more superior than us, you know. So I think that's the way she was going. Let me know your interpretation of that. But yes, learning about UA's defense systems now, like its motorized track systems and stuff to relocate people and everything, which then makes me wonder, when was this shit first started? I mean, Cementos probably made the tunnels, I guess. And who's the guy that makes like the equipment and stuff? I guess he might have made the mechanics, the mechanical systems. But like I said, there was a lot of work involved in that for him just to, magically have this. Like, when did this happen? It's been a while ago, sure, but that's a lot of planning. Excuse me. Planning, building, testing the product once it is completed. And then, just nobody knowing about it is even more so. So it's like, also, where the fuck did this rat get his money? Like, goddamn, 1 billion yen? Ridiculous. But anyway, so yeah, loving the feels, loving explanation about UA's defense system and everything. The people, they have a right to be angry because it's just going to make their safe place a target. But Bakugo is right. It's like, hey, but he was more or less saying, hey, we're heroes. We'll defend you. If the worst comes to that, we will defend you. So it's like, where else are you going to be that's safer than here? So, but yeah, so I like all of that. But yeah, will Uraraka's words, actually resonate and change the hearts and minds of the people? We will see. But yeah. Anyway, let me know your own thoughts and opinions on this chapter. Anything I missed, misunderstood, please let me know down below. Check out my other content, including One Piece, which should be up by now or comes out after this. Also, let me know how I should do the new Pokemon trailer announcement video reactions. Should they be separate because they're for 2 separate games, or should it just be one video for convenience? I don't know. The name would be extremely long, so I might just do 2. I don't know. But anyway, let me know your own thoughts and opinions on that as well. But yeah, so check out my other content. Help me reach 500 subs by the end of August. 500. Links down below for all my social media so you can keep up with my content and have ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet out when I go live, part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Keishlings. We've got not a fat cat, but a rich rat.